My name is Ronnie Shalev. I'm the co-founder of Shalwin Properties, and I'm going to talk to you today about why you should invest in real estate syndications. So before I start talking about why you should invest in them, you should probably know what they are. So what's a syndication? Well, a syndication is just a fancy term to say people are pooling their money together to buy a large asset. These people are investors. There's active investors, and then there's passive investors. The active investors, they're the ones that find and acquire the deal, they execute the business plan, and then they drive the exit strategy. The passive investors contribute the equity and receive passive income. Why should you invest in a real estate syndication? Well, when you're investing with others, you're leveraging other people's connections. Oftentimes, the active investors, they can leverage their previous relationships with brokers and with sellers to acquire these off-market deals or even on-market deals in highly competitive markets. It's highly competitive to even get something under contract. So really leveraging connections is very important. Why else would you invest in a syndication? Well, you have access to deal flow. Real estate syndications, they buy large properties that individuals typically wouldn't be able to purchase alone. These are large assets that can be anywhere between $6 million to $100 million. And this gives access to deals that typically the average person doesn't even see. When you have a larger property also, you have economies of scale, and that can leverage better financing terms, lower construction costs, and even property management fees. So without a syndication, you wouldn't have access to a deal or deal flow. Why else would you invest as a passive investor? Well, it's very minimum time commitment. The people that are actually doing all of the work are the active investors. The passive investors, they're completely passive. You basically invest your money and then you receive money in your bank account. You're not doing a lot of the day-to-day management of the property. You really don't have, when you're investing in a real estate syndication, you don't have property management hassles. As a passive investor, you're not managing the asset, you're not leasing the units, you're not collecting rents and evicting tenants. You're not spending your time calling plumbers for leaks that occur in the middle of the night. The syndication handles all of that for you. Your time involvement in this is very minimal, but you get to participate in the upside, which is huge. Another thing that's amazing about real estate syndications is the tax advantages. I don't know if you guys know this, but the government wants us to own real estate and incentivizes real estate investors. The tax code permits investors to use depreciation. This is in order to defer the taxes indefinitely. And when you're investing in syndications and large commercial assets, the tax benefits are way higher than when you're investing in a smaller property. If this piqued your interest and you're interested in learning about passive investing, schedule a call, calendly.com/Shalwin Properties. And be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Shalwin Properties.